Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. 1 winner. 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast? Maybe I should have had breakfast. Little brekkie could be good for me. No, stay focused. Speed. Faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
Hey, Lightning, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Lightning's ready.
Yesterday, we were with over 80 members, the largest fundraising we've ever had. And it's really important to emphasize the importance of reminding members that every little contribution matters, and really making sure that everyone realizes that individual contributions are going to make a difference at the end of the day. It's important to separate complacency from confidence, to remind members that they need to have humility in order to understand that they can improve every single day. There's always more to learn. There's always an ability to improve. But at the same time, having the confidence in their abilities and what they're learning to be able to execute on the day of competition. The next goal is the top 10 finish at former student Czech Republic, and this goal is very much data-driven. We've gone to the Czech Republic the past few years, and last year we were able to compete in all of the dynamic events. And this allowed us to gather some data to begin some statistical analysis and performance predictions of our competitors and ourselves at the event. And knowing what we were aiming to set out to improve technically on the vehicle, we've set this goal to make sure that the team is emphasizing the importance of performing ourselves to make sure we're maximizing the ability to execute on the day and extract the performance from the vehicle at the competition. The third goal is to resolve all Cat 0, Cat 1, and Cat 2 faults. And essentially, this just summarizes our fault system and tracking of faults on the car that might cause the car to stop a competition or be stopped in technical inspection. And this is really an important piece of documentation for the team to achieve the multi-year legacy that I mentioned in our mission statement slide. And it's important to remind members as well that we are here to make mistakes and learn from them. We're going to make mistakes and not hide them. And the more we can document them and the more we can be on top of these faults, and the earlier we can get on top of them, the better position we're going to put ourselves at competition, but also the better position we're going to put the team in the future as well. And then we want to complete 4 simulated static event days, dynamic event days, and scrutineering sessions with OBR25 before we enter competitions this summer. And this is really to prepare the team well, to make sure that the team's prepared for what's foreseeable. All static events that they're going into, for many members, it'll be their first time presenting in these static events and justifying our engineering decisions, our spending decisions, our manufacturing decisions. We want people to go into the competition knowing exactly what they're getting into and have the capacity to be able to accept the unexpected challenges that will inevitably arise at the competition, tackle them head on, and resolve them quickly, and again, extract performance from the vehicle. Next, I'll hand it over to our Chief Mechanical Engineer, Hayden Wagner.
Thank you, Prescott. All right, hello everyone. So, from the mechanical sections this year, we've had a big emphasis on mass savings this year. It's been a really big year. We've had a lot of big successes from all of our mechanical sections. The 4 main ones which I'd like to highlight for tonight. Starting off, our first big project is our innovative new corner assembly design. This has integrated our hub and wheel center design into one piece. Our complex designs were tough to machine, but we couldn't have done it without the help and support from our sponsor, Bigger Machining. So for our second project, we've had a whole new update to a lot of our aero kit for this year. Our front wing has seen a total ground-up redesign, starting from nothing and turning into what you will see before you tonight. On top of that, our side wings and rear wing have also seen updates to help reduce mass across the car, improve efficiency while also maintaining downforce. This was help brought to us by our other sponsor from tonight, Car Additive, who has helped make many of the complex molds that we needed for designing this complex aero kit that we have for tonight. For the third project I have is our chassis. We've developed a new laminate this year, which has helped reduce 25% off of our chassis mass from last year. This was a huge portion of our mass production for the year, and it's something we should all be proud of, speaking to the members behind you. For our fourth and final project, it is our reimagined powertrain cooling system, utilizing both air and water cooling specifically on our front motors, while also rerouting the water cooling for the rest of the car. Overall, the projects from across this car has seen an impressive mass savings this year of 30 kilograms from last year's car. We have weighed in this car at 220 kilograms in total for the year, which we are very proud of. So now I'd like to hand it off to our Chief Electrical Engineer, Eric.
Good evening, everyone. The electrical side this year has focused on building up on the basis of previous years and improving reliability and getting performance out of every single section across the car. So there were many projects going on. I want to highlight 4 today, and the first of which is the redesign of the interior of the accumulator, the high voltage battery. This has been something we had to do due to rule changes, but also benefits us in a way where we in the past struggled with overheating, where the new design will hopefully allow us to cool the battery more efficiently and not get those problems again. Secondly is the low voltage assembly across the car has had, especially the front of the car, has had a major redesign, simplifying the system and in a combined effort with the mechanical sections, lowering the mass of the vehicle as Hayden previously mentioned. Then the third point is the PCBs now have a standardized design structure where they follow a standard protection circuitry, which will avoid any sort of damage, which will help us avoid any damage when handling or just general work and wear and tear. They'll be more reliable. And also we have switched to a PCBA IPC Class 2 manufacturing standard, which is used in the industry for more consistent production. And lastly, something that doesn't get seen by the naked eye is the vehicle controls work. The vehicle controls team has been working very hard to get the top delivery maps optimized for more performance to reach our goals of running FS UK and top 10 at FS Check. I'll pass you off to Prescott now.
All right, as all of you are aware, we're operating out of a new facility for this season, and it's a huge milestone for the team. These are the nicest facilities OBR has ever had to operate out of, and it's a real physical demonstration of the support that the university has for this extracurricular opportunity that exists at Oxford University. The facilities are super nice. Every single day when the students walk into the new Headington Hill building, it is a constant reminder of how well supported and how seriously the university takes this program, and that's motivating for the students to work it every single day and really keeps us coming back and pushing really hard and really upgrade the standard of work that we keep ourselves to. So, as I mentioned, we're competing in 2 competitions this summer. The first being Formula Student UK, held at Silverstone Circuit in the middle of July, 2 weeks after the Formula 1 race that takes place there in the summer. And this is a really unique competition, actually, in terms of compared to other competitions worldwide, and the fact that all different powertrain types are scored against each other. There are no separate categories for combustion vehicles, electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, and hydrogen vehicles. And this is really a great opportunity for students to have to justify the decisions of the very base concept of our vehicle. We're not building a vehicle in order to fit within a category and be the best within that category. We're building a vehicle with all the powertrain options available to us and having to justify and maximize the performance that brings to us. Our car is all-wheel drive and electric, and we also believe that this is the best platform to give us the highest chance of winning Performance Student UK. And the next 3 weeks afterwards, we'll be competing in the Czech Republic at Autodrome Most. This is a competition that we've gone through the past few seasons, and the level of this competition has been increasing rapidly over the recent years. This year, we're going to be competing against the top 2 ranked teams in the world rankings, and a majority of the teams that currently sit in the top 20 of the world rankings. And it's a really good opportunity for the team to compare ourselves against some of the best teams in the world. And an opportunity to meet those students as well, speak to the other members of these other teams, compare similar experiences from our times throughout the season, and also learn from all that they've experienced that we haven't experienced yet but might in the future. And it's a really good reminder that the fact that Performance Student as a competition really is an educational opportunity at the end of the day. We're all gathering together to compete against each other, to learn from each other, learn from our mistakes, and continue to learn and be able to take those lessons into industry in the future. And next I'll hand it off to Maggie to complete the presentation.
Thank you, Prescott. So there are a few key people that we need to thank this evening, not only for their help in getting this event going, but just the continued support that they have for the Formula Student team. The first is Gordana Collier. We heard from her at the beginning. As the head of the School of Engineering, Computing, and Mathematics, she is our fiercest ally for the Formula Student team. She provides guidance, different tips, tricks, interacts with us on a daily basis, and is a big reason why we are so successful. The next person that we need to thank is Adriano Schomer. He's our current project lead, and he'll be leaving us at the end of the season as he's just completed his PhD. We want to thank Adriano for the 4 years that he's put into this team. It's been absolutely beneficial in every aspect of the word to have him here. At the end of the season, he will be replaced by Fabio Mori, who is an incoming PhD student. We're very excited to have him and have him continue the legacy that Adriano is leaving. We want to properly welcome Fabio and his wife and his brand new daughter to the team. And this year we've decided that we're going to do this by naming the car after Fabio's daughter. So OBR25 now proudly has the name Sophie after his daughter Sophia. Yes, we would also like to thank the rest of the faculty who we interact with on a daily basis, as well as our other sponsors. Again, the sponsors for this evening were Silverstone Composites, More Than a Budget, MacArt Additive, and Vigor Initiating. If you would like to join our amazing network of sponsors, here's a QR code where you could donate to the team and help us with all of the support that we would need in the future. This will take you to a university-run website where you can donate tax-free, which would be great. Without further ado, OBR25.
Off the line, the first team insurance. This will make or break a team. It broke them last year. Can they?